Alright, welcome to my channel. Today's recipe is going to be some awesome sticky cinnamon buns. So to get started, we got 1.5 cups of warm milk. So just don't leave your milk out, just get it out, nuke it for, I don't know, about a minute, minute and a half. Stick your thermometer in it. If it's warm, good to go. So put that in your bowl. Alright. So to that, we're gonna add a full tablespoon of yeast. This is the kind of yeast that needs activating. Just kind of drizzle it on. Start mixing it a little bit. Make sure it doesn't have big lumps in it. And then we're gonna add 1/3 cup of sugar. So that's just regular granulated sugar. That, and then from our flour over here, we're going to put a few tablespoons, or 3 tablespoons of flour, so that yeast has something to eat. Alright, so this is going to take a good 15 minutes to rise to activate. The sugar will help it activate the flour, and they'll give us something to eat. Okay, so got that. Now for the yeast, once I open it, I always keep my yeast in the fridge. Put it in some kind of a jar or something, depends on how much you buy. I usually get them in 2-pound bricks, so that's like a year and a half or something like that. And just keep it in the fridge and close it up when you're done. So, okay, that's pretty much it. Make sure there's no big lumps. And you want to cover that with just some plastic wrap, just like so. And then about at least 10 minutes. 10 to 20 minutes. I'll leave it about 15, and this should be nice and good. So see you guys in a bit. Alright, so it's been about 15 minutes. This stuff got nice and foamy. The yeast is activated. It's made a nice foam on top. It smells really good actually. So to that, we're gonna add 4 cups of all-purpose flour right here. Just dump it all in. So maybe a little more carefully. And now this particular cinnamon roll thing is kind of has a little Norwegian flavor to it because I got cardamom. So I'm putting a teaspoon of cardamom. Now this is ground cardamom, bought ground cardamom. I never used regular, I don't grind my own, but from what I read, if you do use half of the amount, because if you get the seeds and you grind them yourself, apparently they're more potent. I don't know, never used them. So anyways, teaspoon of ground cardamom and half a teaspoon of salt. And get your paddle attachment on your mixer and kind of go on low speed and start mixing just a little bit. And then we're going to put 1/4 cup of melted butter. Make sure it's not too hot. Just nice and melted, but not too hot. And get that in there. And then 1 egg. Which is good because eggs are expensive nowadays for some reason. Just put it in there. And that's pretty much it. And then you keep on mixing it with your paddle attachment. It kind of gets incorporated at low speed. Yep, I don't want to go too fast. Keep on mixing it. Alright, it's coming together. Now, this ground cardamom, if you never used it, you're going to freak out at first because it has a real strong smell. But don't worry, the flavor is not not really very strong at all. It just goes really, really well with cinnamon, which we're going to use in the filling. So when you get it kind of like that, you're going to switch to your dough hook on your mixer. So I'm going to use a right-handed dough hook first. And just go ahead and knead it at medium speed. Now if your dough hook gets sore, your right-handed one, you can always switch to your left-handed dough hook. And kind of scrape it. You don't have to go nuts kneading it. Just make sure it's all nice and incorporated. When you're making bread, you gotta knead it just a little bit better, but with this type of stuff, you can stop and scrape the bowl. Just kind of push it like that. Alright, the camera's shaking because I got the camera kind of sitting on the table. Gotta work with what you got. So, knead it pretty good for a few minutes, couple minutes, till you're satisfied with it. And see, the dough's nice and soft. And it's not too dry, but not too sticky either. You can handle it good, especially I think that's from the butter. Just keep on kneading it. You can switch to your other dough hook. In kneading, there's no special method. I mean, there's probably a million of them, but this is the way I do it, and it comes out good all the time. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Alright. That looks right about good to me. Make sure you don't have big specks of egg or nothing in them. Alright, so we're almost done kneading. When you're done, there we go. Just kind of ball up your dough. Nice little ball, just like this. Put it in your bowl and cover it with plastic wrap. Cover it nice and good so it doesn't, so it stays nice and moist, doesn't dry out. And then you're gonna leave it at least an hour and a half to rise, at least an hour. Do its thing, and in the meantime, we're gonna do the filling for the cinnamon rolls. So we're gonna, over here we got 3/4 cups of sugar. Don't worry about writing any of this stuff down. I'll put it down in the description if you guys want to try the recipe. And over here's the 1/2 cup of butter, room temperature butter. You want to get it to room temperature. Alright. And a full tablespoon of cinnamon, heaping tablespoon of cinnamon powder. You can put a little bit more if you really love it. And another teaspoon of cardamom. Alright, put that there. And we're gonna go ahead and mix it all together nice and good. First it's gonna look like it's not coming together, but it will. So this is gonna be the stuff you spread on the cinnamon rolls, cinnamon buns. You can do it two ways. You can just smear the butter right on the buns and sprinkle the sugar mixture. But this works even better. It's kind of more like those Norwegian cinnamon nuts. Just make sure you mix it so it's nice and creamy. Spoon works perfect. And you can use the spoon to kind of help you spread out the stuff. And just like that, that looks pretty much good. And then I'm going to cover this thing too and leave it on the side till it's ready to use. And at this time I might as well go ahead and make the sticky syrup. You got to make it at least I would say half an hour before you fill it, because this stuff's gonna go on the bottom of a 9x13 pan, and you're gonna put the cinnamon buns in it. This is the sticky stuff. So you gotta let it cool. Doesn't have to be room temperature, but you know, can be hot. So we got another half a cup of butter. All the butter is non-salted, unsalted kind. Half a cup of sugar, granulated sugar, and half a cup of honey. Now, this is the ratio we like. If you want it sweeter, you can double it, but you know, they'll still rise, they'll still work just fine. It'll just be real sweet. If you got little kids, they're gonna love that. But for us, me and my wife, this is what we like. So what you do is just put the pan on your stove top, and you heat it, you know, about medium heat, till it gets to a boil, till the whole thing boils, and you know, mixes the whole thing up. I'll show you what it looks like. Really simple, and I'll show you what to do it after that. Just a second. All right, so went ahead and boiled the sticky mixture, and when you boil in medium heat, just kind of swirl around with a spoon or a fork or something the butter, you know, till it starts boiling, and then just go ahead and pour it in your pan, 9x13. Obviously you don't have to grease it for this particular recipe, and after you get all of it in there, you want to make sure it kind of it's even everywhere. Put it on something flat, and I'll put it on a drying rack over here, just so it what's it called, so it doesn't burn anything. So you get every last drop, and like I said, do this about at least half an hour, 45 minutes maybe, or even better, just do it after you're done kneading the stuff, and leave it be so it has time to cool, because you do not want it hot when you put the cinnamon rolls in it. Now with this mixture, you probably saw me using regular granulated sugar in it, for this is the topping that I just made. So everybody that grandma uses brown sugar, you go ahead and use brown sugar. I don't know, brown sugar don't like me no more. Every time I get it, it balls up, it just ends up in one freaking solid brick, and I can't use it. So it don't really matter. Sugar is sweet, so anywho, so we're just gonna leave it here, make sure it's nice and flat. It's gonna get a little more solid as it cools. It doesn't get like rock solid or nothing, but it's gonna get a little more solid as it cools. And kind of keep an eye on it, make sure what you put on is flat. And see you guys about 45 minutes to roll. Actually a little shorter than I'm gonna cut. Alright, so it's been probably about an hour and 15 minutes. And it looks like the dough rolls nice and good, more than double in size. So just squish it back down and kind of work it into a ball again. And just like so. Yeah, smells really good. Okay, so now we're gonna roll it up in a big old rectangle. So to do that, spread a little flour on whatever kind of work surface you got. Just like that, spread a little flour on top. And get yourself your rolling pin and start rolling. Now if you don't have a rolling pin, you can work this by hand, kind of flatten like that, and then maybe get a, I don't know what you got, like a frying pan or something to squish it to where it's all even. In case you don't have a rolling pin, and take your time with the rolling pin or whatever you got. Try to get it rectangular-ish, rectangularize it. It's not a very stiff dough, but it still takes some work to do it. And take your time and try to get it nice and even. thing is it's not that sticky. It's not very sticky though, so you don't have to flour to really go nuts with the flouring, but you gotta put some work on and getting it to a nice rectangle. Go. It's getting there. Now this thing, according to measurements, about 23 inches wide, and what's it say here? It's about 14 and a half. 14 and a half wide by about 23 long. Depends on how you look at it. Doesn't have to be that size, as long as you can. The edges, you should try to get, see, do it like these edges right here. Try to get them as close to straight as you can. You can trim them up a little bit if you want, but try to get them as close as you can to where they're flat. Okay, so see, seems like it takes a while, but it really doesn't take too long. Alright, that looks about perfect. Maybe not perfect, but good enough. Go. Just kind of feel it if it's even. Doesn't have to be perfectly even. So then we're going to get our filling that we made earlier. Make sure it's nice and creamy. Leave a little, I don't know, about an inch, maybe half an inch at least on the edges, on the top edge. On the bottom edge you don't have to worry about it. Alright, so what I do before rolling, just so it sticks nice and good, especially on top, you can either brush on some water or you can just put it with your fingers like that, just on the top edge. You don't have to worry about the sides. You can do those too, but you don't have to worry about it. Just a little bit of water, and that will get it to seal up nice and good. Okay, so we're done with that, and just start rolling. And you want to roll, start on one side, kind of like this, and make a nice tight roll. Don't make a loose roll. Nice and tight. Take your time. It doesn't take long. Just like that. And after you get a little bit, you can just kind of push it like that. Push it along. Just like this. So we got one nice big roll. Now, thicker in the middle, I never get it right. I never get it perfect, doesn't matter. Just massage it, kind of try to get it all the same size, sort of like this. And yeah, that's about good. I mean, you're not going for perfection, you're going for taste. So now we're going to cut this in 12 pieces. So easiest way for me, cut it in half right here. Cut it in each half in halves, like so. And then we're going to cut each piece into 3 pieces. Just like this. There's your 12 cinnamon rolls. So we're gonna put, see this stuff solidified, kind of harden a bit. It's still sticky, no problem. So we're gonna start like that, and it's gonna be 3 rows of 4. So just kind of put the ends on the first row towards the edge of the thing, edge of your pan. It's going to poof up. some of them gonna end up a little bigger than others, but that's fine. See, and since I put that water over there, this thing sealed up already pretty nice and good. Because when they start rising, you don't want them to end up coming apart. And when they rise, they're gonna pretty much fill this whole plate, almost fill it. But when you stick it in the oven, it's gonna rise some more. Just arrange it the way you want to arrange it, nice and good. Because what we're gonna end up doing after baking, I'm gonna flip them up. Obviously upside down. So what you want to do at this point, you're just going to make sure, pat them down, make sure all of them are, generally speaking, the same height, just like that. And then with the plastic wrap that you used for the first rise, just put it on top like that. You don't have to grease it or nothing because these don't stick. So just leave them 45 minutes to rise, and you're gonna heat up your oven to 350. So when you bake this stuff, basically anything, unless you're baking a roast, if you're baking bread, if you're baking scones, if you're baking whatever you're baking, bake them on your middle rack of your oven, because that way they're not gonna burn. If you burn them, if you cook them bake them on the low rack, they're gonna burn on the bottom. And alright, so we'll see in about 45 minutes and what they look like. Okay, so these been sitting for about 45 minutes and they're ready to go in the oven. So as you can see, they really puffed up. So you're going to put them in the oven, middle rack at 350, and it takes about 45 minutes, depends on your oven, maybe a little less. So leave them be for the first 25 minutes, and then what you can do, you can get one of these toothpicks, and don't poke them in the cinnamon side, in the mixture side. Poke them like, right around here, the highest point, whatever, right where the dough is. Poke it all the way through. If the thing comes out nice and clean, they're good. So up to 45 minutes, but check them after about 25-30 minutes, and they should be good. So see you guys when they're done. Alright, so here they are. Took them out of the oven about 5 minutes ago. You want to leave them about 5-10 minutes once you take them out of the oven. Oh my god, they smell just awesome. It'll fill your whole house with, cinnamon flavor. Cinnamon smell. So anyways, first thing you want to do is just run a knife right around the edges. You don't want to leave them too long, because that sticky syrup's going to set, and then it's going to be real hard to get them out. So just run the knife right around. Now, as you can see, some of them are bigger. They poofed up a little too much. Should have used a little bigger pan. So if you got a bigger pan, use a bigger pan. So over here I got a cutting board that I put some aluminum foil on it. That way I don't have to clean it. And what you want to do is put it right on top, and don't smoosh it on. Just kind of gently put your fingers underneath, and we're gonna lift it up and then go whoop, just like so. And see, you can use the aluminum foil, kind of keep the sticky stuff out, and then we're gonna lift it up, hopefully successfully. And there you go. Look at these beauties. Man, oh man, oh man. So, as you can see, you got some runny syrup here and there. What you can do is use your knife to kind of spread it around. Just a little bit. And just leave them be. I would leave them for at least 20 minutes or so. Half an hour, and then you can cut them up into individual pieces. What I do is we eat these for breakfast, so just two of us. So what I do is wrap 2 at a time in plastic wrap and put them in 2-gallon Ziploc bags and then freeze them. So every morning, you know, I get 2 of them out, let them cool off, nuke them for, you know, a minute. You want to, these are really good warm. So, you know, nuke them for about a minute till they get nice and warm. And you have breakfast. Shoot, that's like 6 days for the 2 of us. But if you got more people, if you got little kids, big kids, you know, it's a really good recipe. Hope you guys try it. Hope you guys liked it. Please subscribe and like my channel. And see you guys next week. I post one of these about once a week. Thank you.